for some strange freaking reason. I'm putting Chase Daniels in, so ready when you are, bro.
Nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Flex round. Watch the twist. Let's go.
Taylor going to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
I have no clue.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. Now a look at the backup Daniel. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Miami after this. On first down, Daniel. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's first down, Miami.
I guess so.
Here we go now.
Daniel on first down. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down. On first and 10, Daniel. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
This is Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? To be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third down and 5.
Single. Come on,
From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
After the interception, here's Daniel. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it'll be third and 10. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on third down, Daniel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Taylor. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38.
Final play of the half, it's Taylor. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down following the run. They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Taylor to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. The 20. And he's brought down after a good gain. They get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be a Buffalo first down. And another example right there, Charles. McCoy is good getting the ball handed to him. He's also dangerous in the passing game.
You put him in space, and you've got trouble as a defense. And they organize that one very well because, you know, the screen game, when they're deceptive that way and they create that space for him, look out. He turned into a heck of a play. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Bills continue to pour it on. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone
This
for the
game's
score.
pretty much
Looked
over.
like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to the air. Daniel on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Once again, Daniel. And that is incomplete. His tight end, Jordan Cameron, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone's got 4.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it's 1st down, Buffalo.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully. Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Reggie Bush, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills add on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
From the shotgun on third, Daniel. Hard throw, incomplete. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Miami. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown.
Well,
do you stick with
I
that
knew
formula?
you couldn't do it.
That
You
would
know,
be the
you had
number
to
one
do
thing
it.
you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we got
you
themselves
could do it
so
at
well for
certain
play
points. I
action.
know you could
Now's
do
the
it
time to
during
take
the
a
whole game.
shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said,
And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
and how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. This is caught. Watkins. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Williams to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and power it in here with a fullback Felton. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
He may have had some offseason foot surgery, but it hasn't prevented Sammy Watkins from being Sammy Watkins, and that's special.
And when we see him before the game running the route tree, looked like the same Sammy Watkins to me that we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and I think he's going to just keep getting better and better. I love his explosiveness off the line of scrimmage as he starts his routes.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Williams to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They run with Ajayi. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that's good for a Miami first down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game This would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to him.
Under pressure, and down goes Daniel. Preston Brown in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And now out come the Bills. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Taylor going to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. And this looks to probably be the final play.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one...
And that's caught inside the 35. And now a little bit of a losing skid here, only 2...